Hello students, we are continuing our topic structure of cell. In yesterday's class we have seen that what is cell membrane and what is cell wall, what are the functions. And in today's class that we are going to discuss about cytoplasm and nucleus. Okay, so what is cytoplasm? We have already heard the term in yesterday's class. Okay, so what is cytoplasm? As I have told you, in a cell there are three major components are there. The cell membrane, the outer covering of the cell, that is cell membrane, and to control all the activities of the cell there will be a center unit, and that is known as nucleus. And in between the nucleus and the cell membrane, this is the cell membrane, okay, this one is the cell membrane and this is the nucleus. In between the nucleus and the cell membrane there is a jelly-like fluid is there, okay, that is known as what? Cytoplasm. So what is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm means a jelly-like fluid which is in between the nucleus and the cell membrane of a cell, okay, that is cytoplasm. And it is a jelly-like fluid and it is translucent in nature. What do you mean by translucent? It is not permitting a full light to pass through. If you are taking a transparent glass, light can pass through that without any problem. But some materials are not allowing the light pass through that. But cytoplasm is not like that. It is partially allowing the light to pass through that. That's why it is known as what? Translucent. Translucent means through the cytoplasm partially light can pass through. And it is colorless. It doesn't have any particular color for the cytoplasm. And we have already seen that it is in between the nucleus and the cell membrane. And how it is made with, what material is used to make the cytoplasm? Amino acids, carbohydrates, enzymes and salts. Okay, amino acids, carbohydrates, enzymes and salts are used, or these are the materials the cytoplasm is made with. Okay. And yesterday I have told you, in cytoplasm there are so many organelles are there, so many structures are there, okay, and in cytoplasm there are so many cell organelles arranged, okay, and all the life activities are taking place in the cytoplasm. So what are the points that you have to keep in your mind about cytoplasm? It is a jelly-like fluid, it is a translucent fluid, and it is a colorless one, and it is in between the nucleus and the cell membrane, and is made with amino acid. All cytoplasm contains chemicals like amino acid, carbohydrates, enzymes and salts, and cell organelles are there in the cytoplasm. All the life activities are taking place in cytoplasm. That is all about cytoplasm. Next, we are moving to the control center of the cell. Otherwise, what we are calling it as? We are calling it as nucleus. Okay, nucleus is the control center of the cell. And nucleus, actually, see, this is a cell. At the center, nucleus is there. In this figure, I just made the nucleus only. Okay, the cell membrane and the cytoplasm I haven't made over here. Only nucleus I made here. And this is a nucleus. And nucleus, like in the case of cell membrane was there. Outer covering of the cell, what we called it as? We called it as a cell membrane. Like that, the outer covering of the nucleus is known as what? Nuclear membrane. Okay, the outer covering of the cell we called it as what? Cell membrane. Like that, the outer covering of the nucleus we are calling it as nuclear membrane. Okay, and inside the nuclear membrane, a fluid is there. It's a bit dense fluid. Okay, a dense fluid is there, and that fluid is known as what? Nucleoplasm. Okay, so inside the nuclear membrane, a thick fluid is there. We are calling it as nucleoplasm, and a spherical body is there inside the nucleus. Sometimes only one, sometimes more than one spherical bodies that you can see inside a nucleus. And that is known as a nucleolus. Okay, what we are calling it as? Nucleolus. If singular form is nucleolus, only one spherical body is there, means we are calling it as nucleolus, and if it is more than one, we are calling it as nucleoli. Okay, nucleoli that we are calling. And you can see that a thread-like structure inside. Okay, thread-like structure. What we are calling it as? Chromatin, we are calling it as chromatin. So generally, what are the things nucleus having? It has got an outer covering. What the name of the outer covering? Nuclear membrane. Inside the nuclear membrane, a fluid is there. What is the name of that? Nucleoplasm. In the nucleoplasm, you can see some spherical structures. What we are calling it as nucleolus. Okay, nucleolus. And inside the nucleoplasm itself, you can see some thread-like structures. What we are calling it as chromatin. Okay. So at the time of the cell division, okay, when the cell is dividing, at the time this chromatin thread, this chromatin will not be in this shape. It is attaining another shape. At the time of the cell division, the chromatin is getting this shape. Okay, it will convert into this shape. Now in this figure, this cell is not undergoing division. This nucleus is not undergoing division. But when it is undergoing division, the chromatin, which is in the form of a thread now, these threads are going to condense and it will form like this. At that time, we are calling it as, not chromatin, we are calling it as at that time, then we are calling it as what? Chromosome. Okay, chromosome. Have you understood? Within the nucleus, a thread-like material is there. We are calling it as chromatin. But when the nucleus or the cell is undergoing division, at that time, it will change its shape. Okay? It is now in a thread-like appearance. At the time of division, it will change its shape and it is getting a shape like this. At that time, we are calling it as chromosome. Okay, and what is the function of chromosome? See, we have a lot of features of our parents. Okay, how we are getting these features? That is because of the chromosome. Chromosome is a genetic material. Okay, chromosome is controlling all the features of an organism, and all the organism is having a fixed number of chromosomes. In the case of human beings, 46 chromosome will be there. It is a fixed number. Okay, like that, all the organism is having a fixed number of chromosome, and it is responsible for the features of that organism. Okay, and in the chromosome, a special area is there. Chromosome, a special area will be there, that is known as gene. You don't worry about all these things. You just understand that on the chromosome, special regions were there, and we are calling it as genes, and that is really about controlling the characteristic features. Okay. So, what do you know about the nucleus now? Nucleus is the control center of all cells, and it is having an outer membrane. We are calling it as nuclear membrane. Inside that, a fluid is there. We are calling it as nucleoplasm. Inside the nucleoplasm, some spherical bodies will be there. We are calling it as nucleolus, and inside one thread-like structure that you can see, and that is known as chromatin. Chromatin, when the cell is undergoing division, it will change the shape from the thread and it will attain the shape of chromosome. Okay, it will convert it into chromosome. On the chromosome, there are special regions. What we are calling that special region? Gene. And gene is controlling our characteristic features. Okay. So, what is the function of nucleus? It controls the activities. It is responsible for the characteristic feature of a human being or any organism, and it is helping the cell to undergo division. Okay. So, that is all about cytoplasm and nucleus. And next day, tomorrow, that we are going to look at what are the details of the cell organelles, and we are starting with plastids. Okay, that's all for today's class. Thank you.